Be back. My friend Chirag is here.
How
You
y'all
may remember
doing?
him from before. Hopefully, the sound is okay. We'll be able to see messages from people in just a few seconds, hopefully, saying that they are able to see us. I see Lewis. I see Jake. I see Sabby Coops. I see Felix in the chat. Hopefully, you guys are able to hear us. We're trying something a little bit different today. We have a little bag. It's also like really freaking cold. I don't have gloves. I don't think Chirag has gloves either. It's like okay, yes, you guys can hear us. Anna's here. Awesome. Yeah, it's like I think it's 18 degrees, and then I think with the wind chill, it's like maybe the wind chill is 18 degrees. I don't know, but it's cold. It is cold here in Chicago, and we don't have gloves, but it's okay
Yeah, I got
because we
some
got
here.
pocket. Whoa, really?
Yes.
No, Chirag, you keep
No, no,
them.
no. I'm
No,
good.
no,
I'm
no.
warm. This jacket is
Are you
super warm.
sure?
Yes, 100%.
Are you
Please.
positive? Oh my God. This is a friend. Okay, well, if you ever want them back, let me know. We can do shifts. Like seriously, we can
Oh,
just
thank
like
you. I
keep a little bit of
appreciate you.
warmth, keep a little. That really helped. Okay, thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Namaste.
Thank you.
All right,
Namaste.
let's do this. So, with Chug, if you wanna, it's so windy outside that this tripod is like blowing over.
Okay.
But we have a special prop here. So I know some of you guys have seen similar, things, but here we have a blender, and in the blender we have we have this cute little chick. So we're basically asking people, if you put the chick in the blender, would you press the button? Would you press the button and blend up this little baby chick? So that's the question we are asking. So really, really simple. Basically, just that's our whole prompt. That's literally what we're asking, like right off the bat. So without further ado, I will bust out the sign. I'm kind of like really not sure what's going to happen with the phone because it's super, super, super windy. Like the wind is just like whipping.
That is true.
So I don't know if this tripod's going to hold up. I hope my phone doesn't like break. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I think probably here is best because we've got it kind of leaning up on something. So maybe Chirag, I'll give this to you,
Absolutely.
and then I'm just gonna hold this sign, kind of like, uh, man. Let me see. We're a little bit too off the path, so to speak. Off. Let's see if we can put it here.
Well, that's good.
It is super, super windy though, like incredibly windy. Um, So thank you, everyone's here. My name is Haz. This is my friend Chirag. We're doing a social experiment. We're holding a sign that says "Come participate in a social experiment," and we've got this blender and this baby chick. So if you didn't know, the egg industry blends baby male chicks alive because they don't lay eggs. So we're going to be asking people if they think that that's okay. So if they don't think it's okay, then we'll ask them if they purchase eggs, and if they do, then we'll try to hold them, responsible for supporting them. So that's the plan. We're trying to hold people's feet gently to the fire. So thank you guys all for being here. I know it's been like probably like 3 or 4 months since I last streamed. So I might be a little bit rusty, but we'll see how it goes.
Oh, yeah. Should I leave it starting in there?
Maybe we want to hide it for now, honestly.
Yeah. Just hold the blender.
Daniel Broccoli says, great visual reference. Yes. Yeah, I've been wanting to do that for a while. Usually the street is full of like street performers and whatnot. Right now it's, being as cold as it is, we don't really have that going on. It would be great if we had a group stop. We'll see. We'll see what we do. We've got some time. Really, the only limiting factor right now is how much cold we can withstand. But yeah, Chirag and I, we ate a bunch of vegan cookies earlier, so we got some good caloric sustenance going on.
That's right.
A little layer of fat to pad our bodies, penguin style. We've got some people talking about it, but not stopping by. We've got some leaflets. If you're just tuning in, we have this sign that says "Come participate in the social experiment." And we're going to be asking people if they would put a baby chick in a blender. We got some people thinking about it. They've stopped, but they decided to move on. I think they saw the phone and they were like, it increases the stakes. Oh, we got more people thinking about it. Hello. Hi. We are live on YouTube. Are you guys okay to be live on YouTube?
Yeah, that's true.
Okay. Would you guys mind, like, one of you guys maybe just holding that?
Okay.
It's a microphone.
Okay.
So I've got one here, so no need to.
Got it.
And would you guys mind coming in the frame here?
Yeah, that's
So basically, my name is Haz. That's my friend Chirag,
I'm sure.
and we have basically a question for you guys. So we have this blender, and we have a chick, a little
Okay.
chick.
Okay.
So if somebody were to put the chick in the blender and then present it to you, assuming you know that's a live chick, would you press the button and blend the chick alive?
I personally wouldn't. I don't
I
know.
would not.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. What if I told you that in order to eat eggs, that's what you need to do? Would you say that then it's worthwhile to do that to a chick?
Well, we're vegetarians,
Yeah,
so I
so
feel
we
like
probably
it's
wouldn't.
easy
We
not
probably
to eat
wouldn't,
eggs.
Yeah.
So I
Do you
feel like
guys
still
eat
no.
like cookies or cakes that are made with eggs?
Um.
I don't, but
Yeah,
Yeah.
we do, but yeah,
But I feel like it's like
I-
doable. I feel
Yeah.
like not eating eggs is doable.
it is. Yeah.
it's doable. That's great. Yeah.
Mhm.
Would you guys want to do that?
I feel like not by choice. Like I
Yeah.
wouldn't do it out of my own will, but like if it did come down to this situation, I don't.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
it does though.
Yeah, it does
Okay.
come down to the situation.
Yeah.
So if we think about physiology,
Mhm.
are you guys all over 18, by the way?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so we know that, males don't lay eggs, right? So what do you think the industry does to them? Hint, hint, hint.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
blend them up alive, or they
Mhm.
suffocate them on their first day of life, or they just like leave them to starve in a dumpster or get
'Cause
crushed
it's
by the other
cheaper
ones.
to do it that way. Yeah.
Mhm.
There's nothing else. Capitalism. So.
Yeah, so if you're buying eggs, you are responsible for that industry, continuing.
Or products made with eggs.
Mhm.
Yeah. So great. So it sounds like you guys are pretty much. Are you guys gonna continue to consume eggs, knowing that happens? So I can talk about also what the situation is for the egg laying chicks. So the chickens who lay eggs, they're a different breed than the ones who are bred for their meat, right? So red jungle fowl, who's the original chicken basically from the forests, would have maybe 12 periods a year, so 12 to 15 eggs is what they would lay in a year. But now they're laying like 315, 320 eggs per year. So they're having a period basically every day. So this is terrible for their bodies, obviously. So they're abominations, genetically speaking. They're suffering just by virtue of being alive. And they're being commodified and exploited just for their reproductive systems. So if you're buying eggs, you're also telling those chickens, the females, it's not your body, your choice. It's your body, my choice. I'm going to subject you to keep having periods every day. I'm going to confine you in a cage or in a shed with other chickens. I'm going to DBQ you. And when you're no longer productive, as in no longer laying eggs or making money for the egg farmer, we're going to slit your throat and sell you for cheap chicken meat after that. Do you guys think that's fair? Does it violate your sense of fairness, or do you guys think that's fair?
Definitely
Yeah, it's
not
not fair.
fair.
Yeah, so you guys already don't eat animals, right?
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah, so do you think that all the stuff that I presented, logically speaking, also kind of falls under things that we wouldn't want to do to animals if we're not eating them, with that logic? Does
Yeah.
that make sense?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so I assume that you're not eating them partially because you don't want an animal to be killed
Mhm.
just for
Yeah.
you to eat them
Yeah.
for unnecessary products,
Yeah.
optional products. Yeah, so I just want to ask you guys as well about the dairy industry, if you guys are familiar with that and what happens with cows.
Cows.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So do you think that like a cow chooses when she gets pregnant, or do you think that it's forced upon
Yeah.
her?
It's
It's
definitely
definitely
forced.
forced,
Yeah.
Definitely forced.
And maybe is that enough to thinking about that to get you guys to not consume products from that industry, or do you think that you need to be convinced beyond the fact that we don't want to put our fists in unconsenting cows?
I feel like a lot of people just don't have that awareness of like what happens in the industry and stuff, and I feel
Yeah.
like that's part of the reason why we're so open to like a lot of people are just open to eating like eggs or like dairy, for instance.
What about you though? Because you now know.
Yeah, I feel like I will like that definitely. I'll take that more into consideration now, and I like obviously I think for me because I've grown up like drinking milk and like other things like that, it might be hard to like cut it out completely from my life, but I feel like slowly like I would be able to eventually at some point.
Yeah. So you say taking it into consideration as in like there's part of like a benefit or a gain that you're going to weigh up the animal's experience against. How bad would it have to be for the animal for you to say, all right, yeah, that's totally messed up and I'm not going to contribute to this at all?
I feel like for me, I think it's not really. When I say like taking into consideration, I feel like there's nothing that had to be like that bad. Like I feel like I know it's bad right now, and I would try to like stop. Like,
Yeah.
doing
Can
it.
you imagine it being any worse?
I
mean, they're forcibly impregnated,
Yeah.
they're confined, their private parts are hooked up to machines, they get mastitis, like infections.
Mhm.
And then when they're no longer productive, their babies are taken away repeatedly. And when they're no longer productive, they're hung upside down by their feet and they choke on their own blood as they bleed out to death. I mean, I can't imagine anything worse that we could do to
Yeah.
them, honestly. We
Mhm.
brand them, with a hot iron. Their babies are like just basically isolated from them, right? If their babies are male, they're killed at a fraction of their childhood, even for veal. If they are female like their moms, then they're just put into the same system.
It was actually the dairy industry that convinced me to stop buying and consuming dairy and egg products, because I was also raised vegetarian for all of my life. And I see them as mothers, and in Indian culture we value the mother. And it's like to take away their baby and to just do all these horrible things to them. There's a lot of states in India where you can't kill a cow, so they walk them across state lines and they die on the way to some state where they can't kill them. So it's truly horrible conditions that they go through. And I didn't know about this either, but when I learned, it took me some time, but definitely worth considering.
So what would be stopping you guys from deciding that you don't want to contribute to the exploitation of animals?
Probably just our lifestyle, because I feel like since we were raised as vegetarian, I feel like that definitely made us like more like we choose not to eat meat even like right now. Like I feel like we were just like we grew up in that environment, but like we had milk growing up, like we had eggs growing. I mean, like yeah, he didn't, but I feel like that's like a lot more difficult, because like if I'm eating an egg or I'm eating something that contains like if it has like egg as a product, like I feel like I'm not thinking of like the backstory. Like I'm not thinking of it like right away in the moment. Like you have to like stop and like think about where everything comes from. For like if I was eating an egg, like if I thought about it, like if I thought about the backstory, I'd be like, okay, like I would be grossed out, like I wouldn't want to do it. But if I was just eating like pizza or anything like that with like cheese or like dairy products, then I would eat it.
You would what, sorry?
I would eat it because I'm
Yeah.
not thinking about it.
Yeah.
Like I'm not like actively thinking about like what's going on, like what actually went to make it like happen.
Yeah, and two things are happening there. Like, you mentioned there's that backstory. That backstory doesn't go away just because we assuage our own guilt, right? Just because if we focus on our own
Yeah.
comfort, it doesn't change what's actually happening on our behalf. And it also kind of hides awareness from ourselves, right? Like, there's this idea with like yoga, things like that, with awareness and wanting to be aware of the cause and effect of our actions, of our own suffering. But if we're hiding that from ourselves, we're actually hiding a part of ourselves, right? We're actually running away from our own sense of compassion, integrity, ethics, and justice, ultimately, right? Yeah, so I'd like to give you guys some more information if I could. This is a pamphlet from an organization called Vegan Outreach. So it talks about compassionate choices, ways that we can live in such a way that doesn't use animals as resources. So I'd really encourage you guys to check that out. And January is right around the corner. You can try veganuary. You can try going plant-based for a month. And a lot of people try that, and then they just get disgusted with the thought of eating anything from animals anymore. And they realize this is so easy to do. And you end up just basically embarking on a whole path of respecting animals from that point on.
That's how I went vegan too. I just challenged myself. I was like, let's see if I can do it for a week. And it turned into a month, and I'm 3 years in now. So, how long have you been vegan?
13 years. Yeah.
OG.
No, I mean there's people who are going on 30 plus years and things like that. I mean there's the history of veganism spanning back like hundreds of years, if not thousands. So it's nothing new, you know. The idea is just that you want to treat other animals as though they're here with us rather than here for us. So just seeing them as not necessarily our equals, but as deserving enough respect to not be commodified for convenience, for pleasure, right? Taste pleasure, for our habits and for our traditions. Thank you guys for stopping.
Thank you so
you.
much.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Have a good rest of your night.
Yep, have a
You
great
too.
vegan
Take
night.
care.
All right,
I think that was great.
I think so too.
Yeah. I was
And they
surprised
were,
they stayed and listened to all
Yeah.
of it.
Do you think we were too tough on them?
I think it was just the right amount to hopefully get them to consider doing something. Because I think in the beginning it was like, okay, I'll consider it, you know, so kind of just putting it on the back burner just to kind of get out of the situation, I think. But I like the way that you put them a little bit more out of their comfort zone and challenge them to take action instead of just kind of be passive about it.
I appreciate that. Chirag, by the way, these gloves are really helping me, but I bet your hands are freezing.
No, my hands are fully covered, so I am doing great.
Okay. I appreciate your comment, Lewis. I adjusted the battery setting, by the way. Hopefully you guys can still hear us just fine. We're gonna continue here.
It looked like that person turned their nose at us.
It is super, super windy though. I wish I want to show you guys something real quick. Take my hand out of the. I just want you guys to see this real quick.
They are touchscreen gloves.
Look at these flags. They are they're whipping in the wind. It is it's super windy here. It's a busy time, kind of. I mean, it's not
You
super
guys
busy,
want to do a
but
social experiment?
it's busy-ish, and it's cold, and it's getting close to the holiday stuff, so people are out maybe shopping and whatnot, but it is absolutely windy and cold. That is for sure. But I think about it tonight. I'll hopefully, be in my warm bed. I'll have a couple of hot water bottles. I'll have my dog next to me. I'll be warm and toasty, and I'll get warm in no time. Maybe I'll take a hot shower when I get home, right? But there's animals. There's chickens right now probably getting blended up alive, and that's a very sobering and centering acknowledgement. So I can suffer a little bit, right? We can suffer.
Absolutely.
It's interesting when people are like, well, what am I gonna do if I go vegan and I go to a wedding and they don't have anything for me? Like, you don't want to be like, dude, you can just eat lettuce for a meal, but like you can just eat lettuce for a meal.
Yeah.
Jake says, how's the pup? I have a pup, but he's doing really well. He's doing really well. He's coming along. He's learning. He's becoming more and more well behaved. So we'll see who our next volunteers are. A little lower count on the stream today, but I think I haven't been live for like months, so I think probably the algorithm is just like gonna have to get used to me hopefully streaming again somewhat regularly. It's cold, so that kind of definitely affects the frequency with which I can be out here. But it's definitely been colder. Right now it's cold, but it's tolerable-ish. there was a time I saw there's an activist named Chip
Oh
who
yeah,
has a channel, that Chip guy,
yeah.
and he brought a glove with him that goes up to the shoulder, like the ones that
No
they use in
way.
the dairy industry.
Wow.
So,
That's
there's
a
lots
good
of ways,
visual.
clever ways that we
Yeah.
can bring props.
That's a great visual.
But I haven't seen anybody do this this blender thing. So
Yeah, this is a good visual as well.
yeah. But if you're just tuning in, we're just doing the social experiment. We are holding this sign that says "Come participate in the social experiment," and we're gonna ask people if they would blend up a chick in order to eat eggs. And trying to convince them to go vegan. I do appreciate all the likes. If you haven't yet liked the stream, do give me a tap.
We have this prop here to help illustrate the point. Adorable little
Yes.
chick.
Who would want to blend up a little chick? Chirag, by the way, the mic is pointing down. If you want to talk into it, that's the part. There you go. We'll see. Maybe we'll go for like 3 conversations if we can.
Okay.
Depending on how long we end up standing in the cold. It's worse when you're standing still. Also.
Yeah.
Got some lookers. I don't know how you guys like this angle, by the way. A lot of times in the past I had it kind of where like I was kind of like here and people were there, kind of like, like that. This time it's more like that. Let me know what you guys think. Do you prefer where it's like you are like POV, Haas and Chirag facing the people, or would you prefer more like kind of like on the either side of the screen kind of thing? See if we can accommodate your preferences.
Thank you for smashing the heart. Hell yeah.
Yes. Thank you to whoever's finger is putting in the work. Oh my gosh, they're eating ice cream in this cold. Maybe these people look like they might stop.
Yeah,
Nah,
some
they
people
didn't
like that,
notice.
Try to harangue them.
Eat chickpeas, not chicks. Yes. Yo, can you show them your shirt real quick?
Yes.
This is epic. I don't know if you're gonna get too cold showing them this, but this and it's gonna look backwards on YouTube, but it's okay. So his shirt says,
Okay, hold on.
"Eat beans, not beings." He has one of the rhymes, one of the famous rhymes. Eat beans, not beings. It's literally there on his shirt. Thank you, Chirag, for being willing to
Absolutely.
take some cold for the team.
Oh yeah. Anything for chat.
Eat beans, not beings. Eat what else? Eat chickpeas, not chick sneeze. There's so many. I have a document with some of them on there actually too. Especially like the kind of more uncommon ones, like eat dill, not krill. Eat almonds, not salmons.
Yes.
Eat kale, not whale.
Ooh.
Eat corn, not someone who was born.
What's the other one? Eat okra, not orcas.
Yeah.
I like
Eat kind, not someone with a mind.
that. Ooh.
Eat flowers, don't steal animals' powers.
Ooh. Yes.
Yeah, there's so many of them. Eat plants, not elephants. Yes.
Yes.
Eat B12s, not elves, or not selves.
Yes.
We'll see if we get some stoppers.
Oh, maybe these people.
Try to hold it centrally. I like that kid's like hat thing.
I think it's just so cold. People don't want to
Yeah.
stop.
Is that other mic in your pocket?
Yeah.
Oh, if you want, you can clip it on your on the band too. It has a magnet in the back.
Okay.
You want me to do it? It's a pretty tough magnet. There you go. And then you can rotate it too. Perfect.
Wait.
And if you slide it off, it just the magnet pretty much stays because it's so powerful.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it is bitterly cold. My fingers are like pretty much frozen. But if I didn't
You
have
want me
these
to hold it?
gloves,
I can hold
Um,
it for the time being. You can
sure,
warm up your
thank you.
hands.
I will not say no to that. Okay, I was gonna say, but I don't want you to bring your hands out. But I think you got it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. My coat is so warm.
Eat leeks, not Greeks.
Yes.
Eat berries, not dairies. There's so
Ooh.
many.
That's a good one.
Yeah, it's so windy. Like I'm literally getting blown around in the wind right now. That's what people say about vegans, right? They look like
Oh, here,
they
these
look
guys
easy
are
to get
messing
blown
around. Maybe they'll. Oh, they went in that store. Just holding it right at him.
Yeah, I mean, no one's coming from the other direction.
Yeah. Come on over.
Yeah, these flags are definitely whipping horizontally or vertically or something. I don't know. They are.
Yes.
The wind is intense. You can hear the flags just like whipping rapidly. Eat nuts, not animal guts. I like that.
Ooh. Yes.
So we're waiting for some stoppers. At some point, I don't know, maybe at like the 45-minute mark, we should just call it because
Yeah.
we do have some exposed skin,
Come on over.
and it is really cold. It is truly cold. I did not adequately prepare for this. I thought we had a cold snap a few days ago, and I thought like and it is mostly over, but I mean it's still like what, late December, mid to late
True.
December in Chicago.
Hello.
What kind of social experiment?
You got to
Just
participate
talking.
to find out.
Does that do politics?
Not necessarily.
I wouldn't bring
Come on over.
I just made him shop for me.
That's good. The mom was
Prepare, not
like,
despair.
I would come if I didn't have my child with me.
Yeah.
Then the child was like, I'm good with politics. Come on over.
I think if we try to wave someone over and they don't come over, it kind of hurts like chances of the next people.
Oh, you think so?
Maybe try to use it a bit sparingly.
Okay. That's fair.
I don't think it's always a bad idea, but just keep
Yeah.
in mind. I think like because there's that effect where like people see the person in front of them not stopping, and then they're like,
Yeah. I will gauge the risk versus reward.
That's the way. Oh, she's
Oh,
back. The
yay.
lady's back. Okay, I'll take the sign, Chirag.
Okay.
And then, do you want to take that?
Oh yeah. I'm so glad you decided to stop by. Are you okay with being on YouTube?
Okay,
Alright.
so I'll give you this to hold, and then Chirag, you can just leave yours. Do you have your? Where did your mic go?
Oh, over
Oh,
here.
there it is. Okay.
You want it?
No, you can drop.
So yeah, we just have a question.
Okay. It's
Go
serious
ahead.
question or not
Yes,
serious?
it is a serious question.
It is really?
Yes. So we've got this adorable little chick here.
Yeah.
Now, very cute. Unfortunately, it's in the blender.
Okay.
If you had the choice to press the button, would you do it?
No.
No, right?
Mm-mm.
So, do you know that if you consume any products with eggs, it's subjecting a male chick to this, unfortunately, because the egg industry has no use for male chicks. And
I did hear that one time.
yeah, so as soon as they're born, they're either gassed alive or
So all chicks?
male chicks. Yeah.
All male chicks? Like on the planet? Like everywhere?
Yeah, in a factory farming setting.
Okay.
Yes.
They might get suffocated. They might. You know,
Okay,
other things
right,
might
I
happen.
hate
But
it.
on their first day of life, basically,
Okay.
they're considered a waste product.
Okay. So what do I need to do to help make that not happen anymore?
Yeah. So there's a lot of egg substitutes. And it depends on how you're gonna use eggs.
Mhm.
Like if you're gonna make an omelet, you can use a mung bean formulation.
Okay.
If you're baking, there's flax egg, chia egg.
Okay.
Psyllium husk,
Are you listening so you remember?
Yeah.
Yeah.
bananas, smashed
mean,
banana, applesauce.
a
Depends
lot
on the
of-
purpose of egg.
A lot of these things is like we're not taught. You know what
Right.
I mean?
That's
There's
so true.
So much information to take in.
It really is.
And it's like I didn't give my kids a lot of milk. I thought it was weird. And then everybody's giving their kids milk when they're little, and it's like, why am I feeding
True.
my child something, breast milk from another mammal?
Another
Yeah.
mom.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So I kind of like that.
Yeah.
My kids didn't like it, and it kind of grossed me out. So I'm a think outside the box kind of person,
That's amazing.
right?
Yeah.
We don't. He's all
Yeah.
about that. He's
Yeah.
all about learning and doing the right thing, right? All right.
That's
Can
amazing.
you give me a website or
Yeah,
information
absolutely.
to read more about it?
Yeah, so this
Yeah.
is from a place called Vegan Outreach.
Okay.
It's about how to make compassionate choices. Ultimately
This
gets
is
you to consider ways that we can eat that don't subject others to violence
Right.
or cruelty.
I love that.
So that's veganism in a nutshell.
And we
It's-
don't eat a lot of meat. But, you
That's
know,
awesome.
It's hard to
Yeah.
hard to get all the way out of it, but we're cognizant of it.
And it's
so-
hard when we're living in a society
Right.
that encourages
But we
it.
don't. Yeah,
So
we don't really like
that's
it.
amazing.
Yeah, and I would encourage you to always think about: is it harder for you to abstain from a particular choice?
Yeah.
Is the inconvenience more difficult than the inconvenience of being an animal in that situation?
No,
Where
yeah.
they're unable to extract themselves from that, no
Right.
matter what they do.
I agree with you. Okay, thank you.
Wow. Thank you so much for coming back for
the
us.
ideology is basically that animals are here with us and not for us. That's
And
the
they're
whole
sentient,
idea.
and we love animals.
Yeah, they're sentient. They're not here to serve us.
Right.
We just need to respect their interests. Basically, that's all
Right.
that it is.
I agree.
Well,
Wow.
Thank you for the advice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and we'll work on that.
Yeah, and there's a lot of vegan communities in Chicago. So
Yeah.
if you're local to here, there's so much support. There's groups
I'm
that.
up in between Madison and Milwaukee.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, but my mom's family is from Evanston, and
Oh, okay.
the rest of my family's in Indianapolis. We meet here all the time.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
I've heard great things about the vegan population in Milwaukee as
Yeah.
well. So there's probably a lot of support up there too.
Okay.
But ultimately, it comes down to just your ethics, your integrity.
Yeah, we're animal lovers, aren't we, Hudson?
Yeah, we are.
Yeah,
That's amazing.
he's a little old soul.
So
Aw.
yeah, just to kind of put a point on it, I hope that you do continue to take steps
Yeah.
that kind of don't exploit animals.
Right,
Because until you do, calling yourself an animal lover is going to
Right.
be a little bit hypocritical.
right. You're right. Okay.
And
I-
January is coming up, so if you
Yeah,
guys
and
wanted
I feel like it's become a lot easier than it was.
Oh,
maybe
yeah.
20 years ago. I'll be 54 in January, and when I was in college, it was like so hard. There weren't
Oh, yeah.
substitutes, and we weren't really aware of it.
absolutely.
We're spreading the word's great. So We'll read it. We'll read this, and we'll try to make some decisions. That
Yeah, I used to eat eggs like a lot for breakfast, but now that I'm like thinking about it more, I'll start adding substitutes.
Well, that's awesome. Aw.
yeah.
I'll start having other breakfasts.
Breakfasts.
You really made me think
Aw. I'm really glad.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you
Yeah.
guys for stopping.
Yeah, thank
Thank
you
you.
for coming back in
I
this
appreciate
cold.
the information.
Absolutely.
Thank you for standing up for the animals.
Yeah, and
Thank you.
Please, if you end up making that switch, do the same. Do the same for them because that's the only way that they're ever going to be,
Okay. Yeah, and
free
we,
from
like
that.
right before my husband and I were, we were, I don't know, I forget the name. We didn't eat anything.
Oh,
I mean,
wow.
I guess we ate mostly like beans and
Oh, that's
legumes
awesome.
and rice and kind of just for health, but we really didn't consume much of anything else.
Okay,
So we could do it.
that's great.
All right, let's go read about it. Think about
Thank you
it.
for the advice.
Absolutely.
Just
Happy.
beware, there is some graphic stuff in there, so maybe I would recommend
Okay.
just looking at it first.
Okay.
Before sharing.
Okay, I will. Thank
All right.
you.
Yeah.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
Thank you. Wow.
I think that was a good conversation. We have, I don't know. I feel like maybe we should just call it here. I'm really freaking cold.
Yeah. I think
it
two
it
is
super
good.
windy.
And I feel like
Yeah.
both of the people that came, like, they heard us out and,
Yep.
Hopefully they make some moves. That'd be amazing.
Yeah. Thank you guys to all the viewers. Thank you for being along here for the conversations. We're gonna go ahead and get going and warm up. But thank you guys all for being here. Yeah, it is the wind is really what's bad right now. Like I would guess that it's like pretty much like mid-20s to low 30s, like sustained wind. It's not like gusty. It's just perpetual wicked wind.
Yeah, it's 0 degrees right now.
Oh, it's 0 degrees right now,
Yeah.
apparently. Okay. So, yeah.
You guys are all stellar. Thank you for being vegan. Thank you for coming out to the stream.
We didn't have any trolls that I saw in the chat, which is also interesting. I think I maybe saw a comment get deleted. But anyway, yeah, thank you to all the people who are here, and we'll see you guys another time. Peace out.
Peace out.